Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafts by the Bow. I think it went live straight away. Yay! Okay, let's just see. Not quite in the middle, but that's okay. You can still see me. Let me just move that camera around a tiny bit. Let me see. Okay, let's try. I can't move it any further, just because I've got so much on my desk. Hi Jane, hiya. How's your week? Oh, mine's going well. It's summer outside, the lilacs in flower. It's really pretty here in Cochrane. Thank you for organising all of your Christmas in July people already, and thank you to Janet when she comes on as well. Oh, it looks good. All right, thanks Diane. Thanks you. I'm just going to show quickly the stamp set that we're using. So, just a sec. Here we go. Hi Laurie, how are you feeling? Are you feeling any better? Oh, I do hope so. I do hope so. I've actually made our stamp with colour class, Laurie. It's all ready to go, so I'll be emailing later and then we can find a date that works for all of us. Okay. Oh, I meant to just put this refill in. Just bear with me while I just put this in. Oh, there we go. It came at last. Every time I wanted a refill, it was on back order. So eventually I looked and there it was, just available, so I got it quick. Okay. When you do change these, you always end up, well I end up with like a little booger-like piece of glue at the top here. Just make sure you take that out and you just throw this whole thing away. And then it goes back in. Goes back in, she says. Where would it go back in? Go on in. Maybe I should put my glasses on. Maybe I'm not putting it in the middle. There we go. See, it just wasn't in the middle. Okay, and the lid just goes back on. Now I'm just going to put the little cover on for now as well. You don't get another cover, so if you get a refill, so just make sure you keep that little cover. Okie dokie. So I'm just quickly going to show the stamp set. I promised a couple of the ladies that I would show you the stamp set we were using. And this is for the Christmas in July class. And I'm only going to have 10 spots available. And my Ontario ladies already have 6 of them. So I only have 4 spots left. And what we're doing is, it's the stamp set, it's a $30 stamp set and 12 cards, and we'll do these on July the 23rd. That's as near to Christmas, so the 25th as I could get, because I'm not available on the Sunday. So we're going to have a Zoom class. It's $55 for local collection, add $10 if it's going shipping, and you get the stamp set, all of the card bases, pieces of the designer series paper that you need, some of the new ribbon and some of the new pearls. I can't actually show you them because they're in the other catalogue. Full colour PDF, and there will be all of us to come and laugh and play with. So that's my Christmas in July class. I know it seems really early, but actually we've not got that long, because we have to RSVP by June the 25th so that I get all the product in time, and then I've got to prep 12 cards for everybody. So it's going to take me a little while, but we'll have it in people's homes just in time, ready to make. Now you might have seen this stamp set last year. It was in our catalogue, in our Christmas catalogue last year. And it's in the annual catalogue. It's carrying over. Oh, Jane, I'm so excited that you're doing that class again as well. So, hi, Janet. Nice to see you. Sorry, I didn't see you pop on. I was just saying that I've got 10 spaces for that class, and you already have 6 of them. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support, and just that you're coming to the class virtually, I know, but you know, it's going to be fun. So this is the stamp set, and it's in the annual catalogue. It's this Christmas season, and I'm not sure if you can see. Let me just move it round a bit. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up. You see some of them have like a peachy beige colour around them. That just means there's a matching die. We don't need the dies for the class. If you've got the dies, or if you've got the stamp set, you know, you can make these and you can die cut. But actually the things that we're going to do, you might do some fussy cutting, but we don't need the dies. We will be using these dies that go with the rest of the set. We're not using these greetings, because I'm sure we've all got a ton of Christmas greetings, but I might use some of the cutouts or the die cuts to do sentiments on our cards as well. So it is in here, and then the designer series paper that goes with it is not in the annual catalogue this time, it's in this one. So that means I can't show you inside here until the 1st of July, but I'm allowed to show you if I have the product on hand. And I actually do have the product on hand because I still have a pack from last year. So I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to show you it. And if I'm not, I apologise, but I'm going to open it and give you a quick look at it. It's a real ton of Christmas everything. Oh, thank you, Janet. I love you all too. You make me smile so much, and I love when we craft together. Okay, so this is the paper. It won't be a full pack or anything. It'll be all the pieces already cut for you. So you don't have anything to do on the day apart from sit back, craft together with us, laugh and just have fun. So it really is a nice paper. I love this one. I love that one. There. Pretty paper. And I was just lucky that I happened to have a pack from last year, so I can show you this. Isn't it nice? It's going to make some stunning cards and 3D items. Okay, so that's our paper, and the colours are Calypso Coral, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Evening Evergreen, Garden Green, Pear Pizzazz, Real Red, Soft Seafoam and Soft Succulent. So I will be using some of those colours on my stamping when we actually do make the cards. And as long as you've got something similar, that's fine. We won't be using all of them, but as long as you've got a red and a green and a brown, you know, you'll do just fine. Okay, so let's pop that away. Yeah, that paper's nice. It is nice. So let me just see. Oh, somebody's been showing the Celebration and the Christmas catalogue on YouTube. I wonder if they already have their items. See, we could order from the 1st of June. Maybe not the 1st, maybe the 2nd or the 3rd. Can't quite remember. But we could order last week, and some people expedite. I don't want to pay $25 to expedite a couple of things. So I always just wait and, you know, wait till it arrives. But maybe the people that are showing it have expedited, or they've just got it in hand already. Maybe they have, you know, quicker mail than Canada Post. This Celebration one, I think it's one of the best ones for a long time. And really, I don't want everything, but I like a lot of it. You can get little sneak peeks, look, if you just look around. See, there's some dies and a particular stamp there and some paper and some other little stamps and this rather nice paper. So I do have a few of those items and some things out of here. Okay, and I'll be ordering more paper from out of there. So if you'd like a space and you haven't told me already, then, you know, get in touch with me and we'll make sure you get a space. Yeah, Jane, I think they get theirs sooner in the States, don't they? So, yeah. Okay, now, are you crafting along with me? I haven't cut anything, but these are the things that I said we needed. And let me just move that. So you need a standard base, just a piece of card cut in half. Okay, need 2 little card layers, the same as your base, and these are cut 5 1/4 by 1 1/4, 5 1/4 by 1 3/4. You need any old piece of designer series paper, 5 1/4 by 2. You need a layer for your sentiments. I've actually, got an extra layer on it and some little pieces, but you certainly don't need all of that, and I'll show you as we go along. And some kind of embellishments. So that's what you need. I'll leave it for a second just in case you didn't see it already. And yay, Jane's crafting along. Yay. Okay, right. So I'll put these to one side, and I'm going to cut my pieces as we go along. And let me just see. Actually, I might use these pieces first, and then we'll make another one. I've probably got enough things out to make 50, but maybe we'll try for 3. It's a really, really fast card. So I'm going to use these pieces. And what I'll do is I'll put the pieces over here, but tell you the sizes, and then you know. Laurie, I'm feeling much, much better. I think I started to feel better Sunday afternoon. I still got a cough. If I do a lot of talking, I start to cough. But my throat's sore when I wake up, but it doesn't get worse during the day. This is as bad as it gets. How it sounds now is just as bad as it gets, but I am feeling better. Richard has the same thing, and he's about a week behind me with it. So he's sort of where I was last week. But thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better. Okay, so I've got my base 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. If you only have a piece that's cut the other way around, if it's cut this way, that doesn't matter at all. It works as well, as long as you've got half a sheet of card. Okay, and I'm just going to fold this over and burnish this. Okay. Oh, I'll do it again on this side. There we go. Okay, and I've got a piece of designer series paper. This is my 5 1/4 by 2, and my other 2 little pieces. Oh, Jane, they're still not well. Wow, and Laurie's husband too. Doesn't it take a long while to get over this? Wow. Okay, now our designer series paper is going to go over here. And can you see there's going to be a gap at either side, the same as the cardstock. And this little piece is going to go down here, and that's where I want my sentiment to go. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment first. And I've got Misty Moonlight. I know it's retired, but it matches my paper, and I like it. And I did say, as a disclaimer, I'm using some retired things because I've got them and I love them. So let's see what we're going to make this say. Let's just do this sending thanks. See how much room that takes up though. that still work. Yep. So I'm going to pop this onto here. And let's open this. Just smooth that. That's Anne-Marie sending me a picture. I think it was her peonies in her garden. So I've just popped her on pause for a few minutes. I don't know how to share her peonies with everybody, so... Oh, I've got a little mark on there. I'm just going to turn that over. I don't want that. Oh, I could put it at the other side. So it's going to be covered up. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp this. Send in many thanks for all you do. Alright, now while that's drying, I'm going to attach this. So I know that I need a little gap at the bottom and a little gap at the top. This piece is going over at the top, and the other piece will go over at the bottom, so you'll just see that little piece of designer series paper. I'm going to attach this on. Have you done any crafting, Laurie? Are you well enough to craft yet? That doesn't want to open. There we go. So I do have our Stamp with Colour class ready made for when anybody is feeling well enough. I don't think it's going to be this next couple of weeks. And then my sister arrives on Friday. So it's not going to be long at all till she gets here. She sends me a message every day, 5 sleeps, 4 sleeps, 3 sleeps. So I'm excited that she's coming. Okay, so we've got our Designer Series paper on with a wider gap at the top than the bottom. And these pieces we're just going to attach, but I'm going to put them on dimensionals because it just makes the whole thing pop a little bit more. Let's find some dimensionals. Oh, might need to get some more out. Excuse me. Pop half a dozen on. Why not? And then I'm going to line it up so that I've got that border all the way around and it lines up with this Designer Series paper border as well. Okay. And then I'm going to pop this one on as well. Oops. And again, I'm going to pop dimensionals on the back. And let's get some more out. I don't want to use the edges yet. And then I'm going to put this over the bottom, and again I'm going to line it up so that it still has that border all the way around and at the bottom as well. Oops. So that it's even. There we go. Okay, so that's the basic template that you're looking for. You might be looking for it a bit straighter than that. Let me just move that. It's just a bit, just not quite straight at the bottom there. Undo that. Okay. We'll move that round. There we go. All right. And the next thing you need is a layer for your sentiments if you haven't stamped it there, and die cuts. Now I've got my little box. You love those cases? Oh, do you know, it's a set of 6. I got them from Amazon, Laurie, and it just means I can keep things all together. In 3 of them, I have offcuts of card. I used to have offcuts in all of them. So these are all the pink family, all the blue family. But actually, I had too many offcuts. so I've got things in like my embellishments. Some I've got my dimensionals in. Some I've got, oh, let's reach over here. I've got pre-cut. I've just taken these out of them. Pre-cut pieces. Just leftover pieces that I can use, but you'll see them on Amazon. I bet loads of people sell them as well. I used to always use the Stampin' Up boxes that are a bit thicker, these wider wooden ones. They were for wooden stamps, but they don't sell them anymore. So when I needed more, I'll send you the link, Laurie, on Amazon. I'll show you them. Okay, I'll send you it later. Okay, so now on here, excuse me, all you need is a piece, and if you're not putting your sentiment here, you can put it on here, or you can put an image on here, and just go with whatever you've got. It doesn't have to be a circle, it doesn't have to be a rectangle, it can be just about anything. These are, you know, scalloped circles that I've got. Lots and lots of different things, and I'm going to put on here, and I was going to stamp one of these flowers, but actually let's get those ones that we cut out, because there are some bluey purple ones and some pink ones. Let's get these out. And let's see what sort of colour would go on there. Now, the purple's nice, but it's a bit too purple for that blue. So you can do that. You can put it on a backing layer as well. That's what you want to do. I think I might, oh, let's just see what the yellow one's like. Let's just see that, so it's not competing against that blue. Yeah, that's quite nice, but let's try that darker one. No, I'm just going to put those on and a couple of leaves. Oops. Let's pop a couple over here as well. See? That's all you need. Let's try that purpley one just before I quite like that purpley one. What do you think? Purple or yellow? Purple or yellow? I think I like that purple one, you know. I'll get it all ready, but I won't stick it on until you tell me. So just have a little think. Purple or yellow? What would you prefer? I'll pop this on here. These are from our old circle punches, and Stampin' Up! Retired them, but you know, it's one of the most used punches that I have, and I don't want to get rid of mine. Okay. Now I'm going to attach this. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue at the bottom and a little bit at the top, and then let me see, let's just see if I can get that off with that little razor. Oh, there we go. Okay, so a little bit at the bottom. Laurie says blue. Okay, Laurie, blue it is. You were first. I'm going to make sure that I've got that glued over here. Just like this. Give it a second or two to dry. Okay, I'll put that purple one back. Laurie likes this bluey colour one. And I'm going to put that one on dimensionals as well. If you're sending it through the post, you really only want one layer of dimensionals, and then this can just glue down. But I quite like the idea of that sticking up a little bit more. Where's my dimensionals gone? There they go. And then we'll put those couple of leaves in. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat, but it's just so I don't cough. Oh, and look what I found. I was tidying up in my cupboard and I found my old Stampin' Up! Bin. So I'm starting to use it again. We used to use them in classes. I used to have them downstairs, and I just found it. I'd forgotten all about them. It's just handy. I'm going to attach these with a little bit of glue. Pop a couple on. Hi Libby, how are you doing? Isn't it nice outside at the minute? There we go. I'm going to put a couple of little retired enamel dots on. I might just do those blue ones. Let me find a pokey tool. Where are you, pokey tool? I had to tidy up on my desk and now I can't find anything. So I don't know where anything is. Oh my word. No, I can't even see it. I'll take them off with my fingers. I know some people take them off with scissor blades and things. I'm not very good at that. So I just take them off like this. There we go. So that's our basic layout. If you wanted to, and if you weren't stamping here, what you could do is emboss these pieces. That would look really nice too. Or, let me just find another circle. What I was going to do earlier, before I thought about using that flower, let's find a bit bigger circle. There we go. Oh, what's that? What was that? That was something Christmassy. Okay. Okay, so we could use this, and then you can stamp a sentiment, and I was going to just put flowers round like this. I'm going to bend them up and pop those on so that you would have like your little sentiment here and the flowers round. That would look pretty too, but I like this idea better. No, I found this in the box. Hi Judy, nice to see you. Isn't it a lovely evening in Calgary? Okay, so see, you could put something like this on, and then either put a sentiment under or just have your image and then your sentiment over here. we're making a really easy little layout, Judy. So it's simple, so simple. Okay, so that's our first one. Actually, if you didn't want to use like a punched out circle, you could probably just put something like this over. As long as it catches at the top and the bottom, you wouldn't even need a punch out. Okay, so let's put those away. How are you doing, Jane? Jane's crafting along with us. So I'm not quite sure what she's made. And of course she can't show us, but I'm going to go on to the next one. I need to make sort of a couple of masculine ones. So I'm going to use that paper, this paper. What's it called? I've forgotten. He's the Man. I'm going to use this. And on this, there's already, let me show you. It's all almost like for scrapbooking. You know, there's already lots of pieces that are pre-cut. So 2 of the pieces of Designer Series paper are all these little pre-cut pieces. And I think that will be just so easy for us to use for this card. I don't have to make it on white. You could use a coloured background. I just like the look of the white. I have got crumb cake here. And let's see. In this bag, I've got lots of extra little pieces. So let's see what these are. So you could make the card in using a colour. I know this is too big for it, but just so that you can see. And you would have, oops, let's move that. You would have a piece on top and a piece on the bottom. And that would look, you know, really quite nice. I just like the white. So I'm going to go with white, but don't be afraid to use a colour card. Oops. So I'm going to use, let's see. Ooh, there's some paper in here, this paper. I'm going to use this paper with the little trailers and caravans and things. Okay, so all I need to cut is a 2-inch piece. Just be careful which way the orientation of your paper goes, because you want it to lay this way. So if you're using a pattern paper, just check. Yes, Laurie, you can still get this paper because it's in the annual catalogue. And let me find it for you. It's under the He's All That Sweet, I think it is. And let me just, He's All That, page 79. It's a whole suite. It's this one. And this is the paper. I just bought the whole suite of it, and you got the little metallic adhesive dots. They're like a rusty and brown colour little adhesive gems. The paper and the bundle. Now I made a card with this. Let me just get it. This was my swap card that I made using this. I did make a video for it. It is on YouTube, but I think it was while you were sick. So I have used it already, and I've got a couple of swap cards too. Let me just get those. So here's a couple of my swap cards from my Silver Sisters group as well, using this set. I love this paper. Okay, so it's really versatile and easy. Easy because you've got all those pre-cut pieces. So yeah, you can still get it, Laurie. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off a 2-inch piece. How's everybody doing at your house, Libby? Pop that one back. And then I need this to be, let me see, 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut it the other way so that I've got this, like these little vans, like the little Volkswagen vans, VWs. Going that way. Okay. I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to cut some card. I've got a white base, so I don't need to cut my base, but I do need to cut my white pieces. Ooh, let's just see what that would be like with the colour over. Where did I put that brown? I don't know if I'd like to. No, I don't like that. No. No. Okay, so I need a piece of basic white. I've got this scrap, so I might as well cut this down. Oh, good. I'm glad everybody's fine. I'm sorry I haven't had time to chat with you the last week or so, Libby. It's been a bit manic. My sister arrives on Friday. School finishes next week, and so I'm trying to do lots of different things. Okay, so I need a 5 1/4 piece. And I'm going to cut it by 1 1/4. Okay, and I need a 5 1/4 piece cut by 1 3/4. Oh, it is going to be just wide enough. 5 1/4. By 1 3/4, yeah. Okay. So, let's put it together. Now, I did forget to say that I have a new host code open at the moment, and it is on our Facebook page and everything. I will post it again, but if you place an order during June or you sign up for my Christmas in July class, I will enter your name, and it's to win the Bottled Happiness set. And I don't see where I've just put it. There it is, I do see it. So everybody who places an order automatically gets a handmade card from me, but just for this month, because you've all been so supportive while I've been sick, if you place an order or you order the Christmas in July class, then I will enter your name to win this stamp set. This is out of the new catalogue. Okay, so just as a thank you. Right, so I'm going to attach this. Where did I put my tape runner? Disappeared. Not sure where. Oh, look, it's just next to me. Okay. Oh, I knew you'd like that, Laurie. It makes life so much easier, that paper trimmer, doesn't it? I love that you can just score and cut at the same time. And don't forget that when you've used it quite a bit, take the blades out. So to take them out, you go down to this little groove here. So take them out, you go down to that groove, and then you just wiggle them. Turn that whole blade round, pop it back in, and that means it uses both sides of the blade. Oh, let me just take it out again. Can you see? It's like a little diamond shape in there. And if you always only use one side, that side will go blunt, but the other side doesn't. So if you just keep turning it round, it means that both sides get used. Okay. So we're going to pop this on. And we know, that's not quite straight, let me just, we know roughly now where we need that paper to be. See, so not right down at the bottom, just leave like 3/4 of an inch. And a little 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And move it up a little bit to there. Okay. I'm not going to stamp on the white piece this time. I'm not going to do it like this, because I'm going to use some of these pieces that already have stamping on. So these pieces I could have embossed. Let's see if I've got an embossed piece just in this box here. Have a look. See, is that going to be wide enough? Let's just see if it's big enough. And let's use this. Okay, so it must be 5 1/4 that piece. So I need 1 3/4. There we go. And oh, this is a bit too small. Oh, that's a shame. I needed it 5 1/4. Never mind. Good idea, but not going to work. Okay. So let's find those little dimensionals again and pop these on. It nearly worked. So remember to leave that little border at the bottom. It'll be the same as the border on the left and the right. We won't get to see much of the little VW over here, but we get to see that whole one there. Take these little backings off, pop them in my box, and then the same at the top. So we're just going to have that same border that we've got at the left and the right, just tiny, and it will just go to the very edge of our designer series paper. Okay, now I'm going to choose some of the pre-cuts. I liked that little VW bus that I saw a minute ago. Oh, there it is. So we could put that over there, and we could have stamped down here, or we could put a sentiment, and maybe like put the little bus down here. What else is there? I do quite like that actually. What else have we got? We've got these little stars. We could put those on instead of embellishments. Let me see. Did I bring over the little... No, I didn't. The little gems that went with it. I don't think I've got them over here, unless they're in this box. No, that's not those ones. No, I don't think I've got them on the table. Okay, so I'm going to go with this. And I could put those little cut-out stars on. So I need something over here for this space. Let me see. Why do you have to put the white strips on? Oh, I don't have to put these little white pieces on. It's just that that's the layout of the card that I chose for the mystery card tonight, Laurie. If you wanted to just do designer series paper, you certainly could. You could do like 2 different strips of paper. You could do all one piece. But I just liked this little layout with a tiny bit of the paper peeking out. So, but you certainly don't have to. It's, you know, it's your design. You do just what you want with it. Ooh, that's a bit too big for that one. I don't think I've got a punch out shape. I might put that on that green though. I do like it on the scallop. So let's see what that's like then with the little... is that a bit much, do you think? What else have we got? What else have we got in the writing? Oh, these look quite nice. Let's see what this is like. If we just pop this over here. No, I think I like the round better. I like that because I like that green. Oh, Janet says she loves that green too. Yeah, I like that green on it. So, and I'm just going to pop this like this. And then I will find where I've put those little embellishments. But I don't see where they are right now, so I might use some of the green ones or the brown ones from here. But yeah, Laurie, you certainly don't have to put those little strips of card on. I just liked sort of the dimension that it gave because it sort of stuck off the card. Okay, I'm going to glue top and bottom. There we go. Just hold that for a second or two. Can you see how it would have been nice with the embossed card? What a shame that that wasn't quite big enough. But never mind, we know for next time. I need to cut a piece. Okay. And then I'll pop that on. Pop this down here. Okay. And I'll pop that one back. And then let's see where those little embellishments are. I got out the whole box, the whole set, so I know they're here somewhere. And I don't just see them on my desk, so I'm going to use some of the others that we've got. We do have some other little metallic ones. I wonder if I've got any of those left from last time's catalogue. Oh, the silver ones wouldn't work. I could maybe colour those. And let's see if we've got something that's actually going to work. Oh, there they are, look. That's the ones. That's the ones from the set, from the suite. Not on my desk at all. I like that these are different sizes too. So I'm just going to pop two at the top like we did the other card. Pop one down here and then pop with a little one over there. Okay. And then let me move those ones. And then let's find this one. And actually, let's make one with a different colour card. So I said, oh, I don't like it, but actually, you never know. Right, I've got the piece of crumb cake. I know it's cut to size, but it's not scored. So I'm just going to score it at 4 1/4. Okay. I'll move these just while I make this one. I don't tend to make a lot of men's cards in brown, so maybe that's what's putting me off. I know these pieces are cut to the right size, but I need a piece of designer series paper cut down. Here's the paper. Let's see. Yeah, masculine cards can be hard, can't they? But I think we overthink them. When you're making more floral cards and things, you put lots of embellishments on. And when I get to make a masculine card, I think, well, they don't want a bow and they don't want, you know, any bling or shiny bits. So I think that's what sort of puts me off a bit. Right, let me see. I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to cut it from that side. I need it cut to 5 1/4. So I think we can make masculine cards. I think we just think we can't. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. Yep. Just our little easy piece of designer series paper. It means you don't use much designer series paper as well. It's quite an economical card. As soon as the Christmas card paper comes, I'll be making our Christmas in July cards. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to make for those yet, but I'm going to have lots of fun playing and designing. Okay, now we've got these two pieces. Oh, they're too long. Where are they at? Oh, they're cut at 5 1/2. I didn't even trim those down. Let's trim them to 5 1/4. See, that's what happens when you go with something that you hadn't planned. But not a problem, we just need to trim a tiny bit off. There we go. again, you could emboss these pieces before you put them on. I like the look of this little barbecue-y one. Okay, let's find our little dimensionals. And if you're using a darker card, you can always use the black dimensionals. If you don't have any of those, what I used to do before I had any was I would just colour like the very edges that you might be able to see, and I would just use like a stamping right marker, and just colour over them. And that way, you know, if people did look at the side of the card, I don't even know if anybody would, but if they did look at the side of the card, it all sort of was the same colour. Okay. How you doing, Jane? No, don't be shocked. You make some fantastic cards. I was just so amazed that it was already time to do Father's Day cards. It hadn't appeared on my calendar yet, but I think you're right. I think I should be making some by now as well. Now the last time I made a Father's Day card, I was in Ontario, wasn't I? Because I was staying with Anne-Marie, and we did those Facebook Lives from her kitchen. Do you remember? And she crafted with me. As long as she wasn't on camera, she was okay. But, yeah, can you believe that's nearly a year ago? As I went, it would have been next week. Done the first one, proceeding to the next. Good for you. Good for you. What did you use, Jane? Now, if you felt like these pieces were too wide and you wanted to see more paper, you could just trim this down a little bit. There's nothing to say it has to be this width. Just make it whatever works for you. Okay, now let's find those little pre-cut pieces again. And it's sort of barbecue-y. So this little burger one here. Oh, I like the little fire. I do like that little fire on there. Oh, there's this Holy Smokes one. The little fire. What else have we got? Hooray. We don't want your day to be a grand adventure because it's barbecue. Let's see what else there is. Strong and courageous. We don't need a tree. Oh, that tree might have gone on our other one though. Didn't see that. No, I think I'm going to go with this. I like this flipping one. And then let's have a look. Are there any other little fiery pieces? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the Euro Classic goes with the car, doesn't it? So, yeah, I think it goes with the car. Okay, so I'm going to go with this. And then top and bottom, the fire, flowering foils. Now, you'll laugh, Jane, because I have that flowering foils. And when I was doing the Stamp with Colour class, do you remember, Laurie, we were doing the sponging one, and I used that flowering foils because that paper was so pretty, and we sponged, they were like a big rose, and we sponged all of those flowers, and it looked so nice. So yeah, I liked that old DSP. I've still got some. If it's something that I love, then I tend to buy a bit more of it. Okay, now I'm not going to glue it at the top. I'm just going to glue it on here so it's sort of standing free. But I think I might put it on a dimensional, that one, just so the fire sticks out a little bit. I wish I'd had an embossed piece for this. Oh, look, I've stuck that there. You can't stick that there, Diane, because all it will do is stick on that paper there. So I'm just going to move these over. There we go. Yeah, there we are. And I'm going to put my little, these little rustic metallic adhesive back dots on this one too. Let's see, if I put one here, I'm going to put all the big ones on this time. There we are. Okay. Yeah, it was very pretty. It was pretty, Laurie, and it was so easy to colour, wasn't it? Okay, I would have liked that to have been embossed, or maybe a border behind here. That would have looked quite nice too. I could have cut round a little rectangle. I feel like that should have a little bit of something, but I'll have a look at that afterwards. So here we go. Here's our really, really easy little layout for our mystery card. So if you joined in, send a picture. Janet, oh, you crack me up, Janet, because every time I make something, you say, I've just made 100 for my daughter's boyfriend. I've just made all these, 5,000 cards, and I don't know how you find the time to do them, because you're so busy at home as well. But it's a really easy little layout though, Janet. So, but if you make it, post us a picture, and I'll enter the ones that post a picture here. You'll get a little entry into winning the bottled happiness as well. So the bottled happiness is if you place an order in June in my store, if you sign up for my Christmas class, which is this Christmas in July one. If you sign up for that, I will enter you, and if you post a picture from tonight. How's that? Okay, and then I will pull a name and we'll see who wins this. Okay, so there we go, ladies. I hope you'll have a go with that one. It's just so simple, so easy, but it just looks a little bit, a little bit different. Just that tiny little piece of designer series paper, and it's an old kind of design, but I've made it before, but it's always good to come back and revisit things. Okay, so I'm going to love you and leave you. Oh, Laurie, no, the Christmas cards aren't all the same. There are 12 cards and 3 each of 4 designs. For my Christmas in July class, I always do 12 cards, and we have the 4 designs. We make 3 of each, and in the Zoom we often only get a chance to make 1 of each because we're chatting so much, and so you can make the rest afterwards, or you can just carry on crafting with us. It says 3 hours, but honestly that 3 hours goes so fast. So we'll be making all of the cards using this stamp set, which I showed you earlier, and now it's with this stamp set. And this is a stamp set that was available in last year's holiday catalogue, and I loved it. I actually used it for all my personal cards, so for like parents and family and things. You can see because it's still stamped red there. So it has, oh, that's not a good colour to look. Let's see if it will show up on the white. No, can't see it on the white. Let's try on a bluey green. It's difficult because the sun's coming through now. But it has pine cones and leaves, holly, more little pine cones, berries, and these berries fit on this little piece here. It's a really pretty set to use. So we'll be using that to make all of our cards, and we'll be using some of the paper that I showed you earlier too. So let me know, Laurie, if you would like a space. We'd love you to join us. So let me just see what Jane's putting. Yeah, lots of chatter, Jane. You're right. You'd think in 3 hours we would get like 150 cards made, and I'm sure Janet could do that, but I'm usually too busy chatting. And but it's lots of fun. It is lots of fun. So thanks so much for joining me, and thanks Jane for crafting along with me. Send us a picture. Okay, Laurie, I will send you the information, and I'll also link you to these little boxes from Amazon. Hi Linda, how nice to see you. Oh, okay. Well, it's always on replay, Linda. We made 3 little cards and Jane crafted along with us, and it's just a quick and easy little layout that, you know, it doesn't take much card, you don't use much designer series paper, but it looks like you've used more. Okay, so thanks ladies, I'll see you all again soon. Have a great week. Oh, Jane's going to post a picture. Okay, thank you Jane, and I'll see you all again next week. Take care everybody.